Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Navid, and in today's topic we are gonna create a button with a progress bar. So let me check. First of all, I'm gonna refresh this page so we can see our download button. If I click on my download button, let's see what happens. We have a progress bar with all of it and showing the percentage, and now our progress is completed. All right, in today's video we are gonna create this beautiful progress bar, and so let's get started. All right, in here I just have a normal HTML file, index.html, which I add my title in here, I add a style.css in the head, and of course we are gonna use box icon CDN for our icons. You can search for box icons CDN and grab the link and paste it right over here. And in the body tag we add our script at the bottom of our body. In our styles, we have a Google font Poppins, which we added in our body in here, and a background color, and we delete the default styles of the browser with this code. Okay, in here I'm gonna press go live to see our pages. Okay. We're gonna start with typing our HTML. In here, I'm just gonna add a progress dash bar, and after that we have a p tag with class of percent, and in here we have a span. Okay, and we can call it num. All right, after that we don't need anything to put in our span number, so another span we have for just showing the percentage. Okay, now we can see a percentage right over here. All right, after that I'm just gonna add a div with class of button. Of course we can use button tag, but I want to just use div. Okay, and after that I want to add a div with class of content for holding our content in it. We want to add our icon, so I will say bx dash cloud dash download. All right, now we can see our icon, and after that I will say span download, and we want to add a class of button dash text. Okay, I guess we are done with our HTML. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, after that in the body tag I just want to add min height of 100 VH, so we can center our content. We can say display flex, align items center, and of course justify content center. Now we have centered our content over here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna grab dot button and add some styles to it, so I will say position relative. After that I will say height equals to 95 pixels, and after that I will say width 360 pixel. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit again to see what's going on in here. All right, I'm gonna add a background color of this beautiful color. Let me zoom it in here, and I'm gonna say border radius should be 55 pixel. After that, I'm gonna say cursor should be pointer, and I'm gonna add a transition all 0.4 second, and this cube bezier. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste it right over here, and I'm gonna say overflow should be hidden. All right, now it's time to add some style to our content. I will say button.content, and height of course should be 100% in order to fit in our button, and width of course. After that, I will say display should be flex, and align items should be center. After that, I will say justify content is center, and I'm gonna add a transition of all 0.2 and is. Okay, and a transition delay of 0.2 second. All right, now after that, I'm just gonna say button dot content I and dot button dot content dot button dash text. Okay, and their color should be white. Okay, in order to see these, and font size should be 40 pixel, and of course a font weight of 500. All right, after that, I'm just gonna add some style to our button text. So I will say button text font size equals to 28 pixel because we don't want to make it too big. I will say margin left 8 pixel to add some space between text and icon. Okay, now it's time to add some style to percent. Okay, I will say font size should be 1.4 rem, and font weight should be bold. Okay, and I will say transform equals to translate y 100% in order to make it invisible, and transition should be transform 0.2 second acing out, and align items and text align. Text align should be center. Okay, now we cannot see this, it's behind our button. All right, after that, I'm just gonna add a button before. All right guys, a button before, and in order to do that, we should add an empty content and position absolute, and after that I'm just gonna add a top of 0 and left of -100%. Okay, let me uncomment this overflow hidden in order to see what's going on in here. All right, let me get back in here. I will say height equals to 100%, and width of course 100%, and a background of this beautiful color. Okay, now we can see our before in here. Okay, and a border radius of 55 pixel, just like our button, and transition should be all 6 seconds and async out. Okay guys, remember these 6 seconds because in JavaScript we have a lot of work with this 6 seconds. All right, now let me add some style in order to make our progress bar. Okay, so I will say progress dash bar dot active. We don't have this active right now, but we are gonna create it later with JavaScript. So I will say dot progress bar dot active button before. Okay, we want to add an animation layer, 6 seconds and async out and forward. Okay, after that I am gonna make a copy of this. Progress bar dot active button itself should have a height of 20 pixel. Why 20 pixel? Because when we are clicking on it, this height should be 20 pixel. Okay, and after that I will say width should be 500 pixel, a little bigger than button itself, and a background color or a background of A7 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 A. Okay, it's correct? No, it's not correct. All right, after that I'm just gonna make a copy of this again, and after button I'm gonna say content. Our content should be transform translate y 60 pixel. Okay, we want to change this button and text with JavaScript. Because of that we want to add a little animation to it. Okay, and after that I'm gonna make a copy of this again, and in here I'm gonna show our percent and with translate of 0, of course. Okay, now let me add my keyframes layer in 100%. The only thing we want to do is left 0. All right, now we have every style we need. Okay, let's jump into JavaScript. So I will say const button. I'm just gonna grab our button in order to do some functionality, to add some functionality to it. So I will say query selector, and I'm gonna add dot button. All right, we need something else. Progress bar equals to another document dot query selector, and which this progress dash bar. All right, after that I'm gonna grab the percentage number equals to another document dot query selector. I'm gonna copy this in order to save some time, and in here I'm gonna say num. All right, now we have everything we need. Okay, I'm gonna say let me do some imagination in here. All right, let me just code something in here. So I'm gonna grab our button and add an event listener to it. When a user click on this button, throw an arrow function and do some work for us. Okay, I'm gonna say progress bar dot class list. Guess guys, what are gonna do in here? Of course, we are gonna add a class of active, remember? All right, now let's check it out. Okay guys, see? With class of active, everything works, all right? Let me get back in here and uncomment this overflow to see what's happening in here. Now, when we are click on this, you can see everything works for now. But now for showing other stuff, we have to do some magic in here. So I will say set timeout. Remember I said about 60 seconds of animation. In here we have 6 seconds of set timeout. All right, so I will say 6000 milliseconds. All right, in here I will say progress bar dot class list dot remove. After 6 seconds, remove our class of active. How good. Okay, now let's check it again. Progress bar dot class list dot remove active. After 6 seconds. Okay, now it's time to change our icon. So I will say button dot query selector, which one I wanna grab I, and dot class list dot replace. I'm just gonna replace this class with another class so we can change the icon. All right, now let's check it again. All right, the icon is changed. All right, after that I am just wanna change the text. So I will say button dot query selector, and I'm gonna grab the span which it has the text of the button. I will say inner text equals to completed. Alrighty, all right. Let's check this sucker again. So 6 seconds we will wait, and boom, completed. Okay, now we want to see the percentage of this progress bar. In order to do that, guys, it's a little tricky. Okay, just follow me. I will say let %, all right, equals to 0, and I'm just wanna make another variable for clear or interval. So I will say percent in, or we can just say, no, let me just type it again, percent interval, all right, equals to no, because we want to use set interval. Okay, all right, in here I'm just gonna go with percent interval equals to set interval, all right, and throw an arrow function. Okay, remember I said about 6 seconds. In here our progress bar, it takes 6 seconds to complete it. Okay, and we want to show the percentage of this progress. So so generally progress bar, it starts from 0 to 100. Okay, so in here I will say 6,000 milliseconds divided by 100 equals to 60 milliseconds. All right, now in here I will say percent plus plus, and after that I will say percent num dot inner text equals to which one? This one, percent. All right, let's check it out. Okay, it starts from 0 to, okay, now it's completed. Let's check it again and see what's going on behind the scene. Oh, it starts from, it never stops actually. So in order to clear our interval, we should add a variable here, and we want to use it again because we want to clear it. Okay, so after our button is completed and show the completed text, in here I will say clear interval, and I'm gonna pass it this variable to it to basically clear our interval. So let's check it again. All right, boom, completed. Now it starts from 100, guys. In order to start from 0 again, in here the only thing we can do is after clear interval we should say percent is equals to 0 again. Now we have a completed progress bar which is work perfectly. It starts from 0 to 100, and that's it. All right, guys, by the way, you can find the whole code in my website and copy and paste it, but I strongly recommend you to watch the whole video, because if you want to learn some JavaScript, and if you never try it yourself, you will never learn it. Okay, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and support me with a thumbs up button and comment down below. I will see you in another video.